So suppose we want to create field. So I'll go to object manager where I will select my object like a trainer. I want to make a field in this trainer object, right? So I'll go to trainer and fields and relationships. Now I'll opt for new, and here this thing data types, right? So there are different types of pre-maintained fields, right? Data types, right? So these are kind of information like you if you want to generate, this is auto number. If you want to generate auto number, that means you don't every time you don't need to go to that record and give a number, right? So if you choose this option, then auto numbers will be generated automatically, right? This is formula what we have seen a couple of days ago. And roll-up summary, yes, roll-up summary is used with the master detailed relationship, right? So to get some minimum, maximum, all these values, right? Here lookup relationship, master detailed relationship, external lookup. So these all are data types. Suppose अगर हमें enter करना है phone number, we'll select this this will allow us to enter any phone number. इसमें वो सारे informations पहले से ही predefined informations हैं which allow us to fill numbers, alphabets, right? So these all are special functionality and considered as data types, right? So if we are creating any field, then we need to select any of these data types. And after this, we had seen about yes, in data types we had seen several other things. One of the yes, one was pick list. So is a pick list clear to everyone? पिक लिस्ट के बारे में आप लोग क्लियर हैं?
Yes, sir.
here it is a pick list, right? तो पिक लिस्ट जो है वो आपको कुछ वैल्यूज में से सिलेक्ट करने के लिए वो आपको अलाउ करता है, राइट? जैसे कि सपोज आई एम क्रिएटिंग a pick list data type. I'll use here it is written that enter values with each value separated by a new line, right? So if we will select this and to enter our values, like suppose मान लीजिए कि कहीं का कोई I am creating a field like weather, right? So weather could be hot, cold, windy, like these all are suppose these all are options which will be made available after creating this pick list data type, right? तो ये सारे options जो होंगे वो आपको available हो जाएंगे. You can pick any of the option whatever is relevant to you. आप इसमें से कोई भी option को pick कर सकते, right? So this is about pick list. And yes, after that we created about yes, list views. We created list views, right? So for list views, let me go to my app, my app launcher, view all. And here I choose training management. You can create different types of management, right? Like language manage, communication management, right? In communication management, you can give options like different languages, French, uh, English, American, right? Here, list views. For creating list views. Yes, this is a list view, right? You can see trainer name, trainer ID, email ID, mobile number, specialty. That means these fields I have selected to make available for display, right? You can you can do this from here. Select fields to display, right? So this will provide you all the list which you want to display. Right now I have selected these 5 fields which is available, which is visible to you also, right? So if you want to select more fields, you can select and add to this field, right? So this is the way we can create list views. We for making list views, always your pin will be filtered like this, right? Then these options will be available to you. Otherwise you can otherwise suppose what was pinned, yes, recently viewed. This, if this is pinned like this, I can't create any list view, right? So this is list view, and I hope कि जिनका छूट गया होगा, who might have covered it today. And after list views, we created field dependency, right? So suppose आपके कॉलेज का ही ये लेता हूँ, आपके कॉलेज में इन योगदा सत्संग महाविद्यालय there is a any subject like science, right? So science is a subject uh, in which physics, chemistry, bio. So these things come, right? These are the branches of this field. So suppose I select science for one field. Here we create 2 fields. We relate 2 fields. Like 2 fields are we relate, like they are in a relationship. Uh, that one field is dependent, and what other field? Other field is mm, controlling, right? So science is a controlling field, and physics, chemistry, bio, all these are dependent fields, right? So like we have created in state and state, and we created that in candidates, state and cities, right? So we created these 2 fields, and cities are dependent on states, right? So here state is a controlling field and city is a dependent field. So we can correlate these such type of datas in such a manner, right? So here, if I take the example of your college, I can correlate it like science is like state, which is a controlling field, and physics, chemistry, or bio. These all are equivalent to cities, like dependent fields, right? So is it clear? Field dependency, is it clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, yes. Now, I think you had a question with mm, relationships, right? So relationships, we had seen about two types of relationships. That is, one is a master detailed relationship, and other was lookup relations. So what is the main difference between both of these? Master detailed relationship. This is tightly coupled, right? That means here this relationship is about one to many. Like parent is single and he could have several childs, right? So here both these relationships, like हम बात करें अगर लुकअप रिलेशनशिप की या फिर मास्टर डिटेल की, तो दोनों जो हैं ये इसी इनका बेस यही है कि a parent and several childs, a parent and many childs. So this is based on one to many relationship, right? So अगर हम बात करें लुकअप रिलेशनशिप की, तो लुकअप रिलेशन दिस इज लूजली पैक्ड. लुकअप रिलेशनशिप की अगर बात करते हैं तो ये लूजली पैक्ड होता है. दैट मीन्स if you want to create, suppose if you have created candidate and trainer, right? So your trainer is a parent object and candidate is a child object, right? So if you choose this option, lookup relationship, it creates a relationship value from a pop-up list. The other object is the source of the values in the list. So here it is not mandatory, right? Suppose we have created in last classes, we have created candidate where we don't need trainer, right? हमने जो कैंडिडेट क्रिएट किया था, वेयर इन लुकअप रिलेशनशिप में हमने जो कैंडिडेट क्रिएट किया था, हमें उसमें ट्रेनर की जरूरत नहीं पड़ी थी. तो व्हाई इट इज बिकॉज इट इज लूजली कपल्ड, राइट? सो यहाँ पर आपको पेरेंट ऑब्जेक्ट की जरूरत नहीं होती है टू क्रिएट अ चाइल्ड ऑब्जेक्ट. दैट इज अ डिफरेंस बिटवीन अ लुकअप and a master detail relationship where the parent object is required, is must, right? Without parent object you can't create a child object, right? So this is a difference between lookup and master detail relationship. The other difference is that suppose you want to delete a record. Suppose you want to delete a candidate record, right? In lookup relationship, if you delete the candidate record, then in lookup relationship child record is that means if you delete a child record, you don't need the parents record, and the parents record you can delete it, right? But in a master detail relationship, when you delete, okay, in lookup relationship, if you delete the trainer object, right? If you delete trainer, any trainer, then then its child like candidate object does not get deleted. होता क्या है इसमें लुकअप रिलेशनशिप में कि अगर हम ट्रेनर को, जो कि इससे रिलेटेड हैं कैंडिडेट्स, तो हम किसी ट्रेनर को अगर डिलीट करते हैं, राइट, तो हमारा जो चाइल्ड ऑब्जेक्ट है दैट इज कैंडिडेट, वो डिलीट नहीं होता है, ये लुकअप रिलेशनशिप में होता है। और मास्टर डिटेल रिलेशनशिप में ऐसा होता है कि अगर हम डिलीट करते हैं ट्रेनर को, तो जो भी चाइल्ड रिकॉर्ड यानी जो भी कैंडिडेट्स इससे एसोसिएटेड है, उससे जुड़े हुए हैं, they also gets deleted, right? So is it clear? Master detail relationship and lookup relationship. There is one more difference between this. In lookup relationship, rollup is not possible. Rollup, we had seen rollup is some minimum maximum value, right? So हमने एक rollup summary बनाया था जिसमें कि हम count के बारे में देख रहे थे, right? Number of trainers, number of candidates under one trainer, right? तो ये चीजें जो हैं वो आपके मास्टर डिटेल रिलेशनशिप में पॉसिबल हैं, और लुकअप में ये पॉसिबल नहीं है, राइट? सो आई होप इट इज क्लियर, मास्टर डिटेल रिलेशनशिप एंड लुकअप रिलेशनशिप, इन दोनों के बीच में जो डिफरेंस है वो. नाउ वी read about formula. So formula fields, what are formula fields? So formula fields are custom fields that provides a result to a record, right? Suppose हमने एक create किया था formula field, yes, we created length of output text, total amount, right? So you can see total amount whenever we, there is the fees. So whenever we put some amount in a fee in this field, suppose I am putting 100, right? And save this. So for 18%, we got rupees 18 as tax and 118 as total amount, right? So due to we have created formula fields, that's why we get total amount here. Whenever we change a record, whenever we change anything in the record associated with the formula fields, the formula field also gets updated, right? There is no need to visit the formula fields again and again. It gets automatically updated, right? So this is about formula field, and we have both type of formulas, simple and advanced. Then we read about validation rules, the last button. Yes, we read about validation rules. What is a validation rule? A validation contains a formula or an expression that that evaluates yes. So validation is about a formula field that gives an expression that whenever we apply a validation rule, it gives us two results. One is true, another is false, right? So both true and false, is it clear to you, or shall I go through it once more? Okay. So we had seen about gates, and gate, or, and not, these three things. So I'm going, suppose here we had created last day, right? So instead of true and false, I'll take true as mm, true as blank and false as filled. So यहाँ पर हमारा क्या हो जाएगा, blank. Here it is also true, so यहाँ भी हो जाएगा blank, यहाँ भी हो जाएगा blank. Here filled और यहाँ भी filled. ये थोड़ा आसान हो जाएगा. So for blank, तो अगर एंड गेट की बात करें, इसका कहना ये है कि बोथ ए एंड बी, ये हम ए को मान लेते हैं ईमेल और बी को मान लेते हैं पीस, राइट. तो ये कह रहा है कि अगर ईमेल फील्ड ब्लैंक हो, पीस फील्ड भी ब्लैंक हो, राइट, देन इट विल वैलिडेट, राइट. लेकिन अगर ईदर ऑफ द फील्ड, या तो फीस फील्ड या फिर ईमेल फील्ड या फिर दोनों फील्ड, राइट, अगर ये इसमें से कोई भी केस हो, दैट मीन्स इट विल नॉट वैलिडेट. वैलिडेट का मतलब होगा इट विल not allow you to save the record, right? And not validate, that means it will allow you to save the record. So is it clear? And we created last day, right? The last class we created and, or, and not validation rules. Go to the validation rules. Validation rules. So this is what we created. Let us see. So this is about not, right? So this is the third one we created, right? Now सब इसको ही हम समझते हैं. तो फर्स्ट फील्ड और सेकंड फील्ड, ईमेल फील्ड और फीस फील्ड अगर दोनों ब्लैंक हैं, दैट मीन्स यू विल गेट अ मैसेज एंड द रिकॉर्ड विल नॉट बी सेव्ड, राइट. यहाँ पे है, अगर ये एंड की बात है तो, अगर और की बात है तो फिर अगर आपका ए और बी, अगर दोनों फील्ड आपके ब्लैंक होंगे, राइट, या फिर दोनों में से कोई भी फील्ड आपका ब्लैंक होगा, then you will get a match. So this will validate, but this will not validate, right? And now in this case, this will not validate, and this will validate, and this will also validate. So ये तीन चीजें जो हैं, ये validate क्यों करेंगी? Because both the fields are blank, because either of the fields are blank, right? So this is OR functionality, OR. So is it clear? And in this field, both the fields are filled. Email is filled and fees is filled. That's why it will not validate, right? तो और का जो फंक्शनैलिटी है वो ये है कि आपका दोनों फील्ड फिल्ड होना चाहिए. एंड का इससे थोड़ा सा अलग है, दैट मीन्स कि इसमें से दोनों में से कोई एक फील्ड भी अगर फिल्ड हो तो इट विल नॉट वैलिडेट, राइट. एंड इट्स अबाउट नॉट गेट. सो नॉट में नॉट ईमेल, राइट, ये जो फंक्शनैलिटी, दैट मीन्स हियर इट इज ब्लैंक, इट विल blank. Not a means क्या, it is not blank, right? Not a means it is not blank, right? Not blank, that means it will not validate. That means it is filled, that means it is not validate. Here blank, not blank, right? इसको हम यहाँ पर एक filled not filled यानी blank and here it will be right. नॉट ए का मतलब ये हो गया, ए में जो ऑप्शन है वो नहीं है, दैट मीन्स ए में यहाँ पर ब्लैंक है तो यहाँ फील्ड है, यहाँ ब्लैंक है तो यहाँ फील्ड है, यहाँ फील्ड है तो यहाँ ब्लैंक है, यहाँ फील्ड है तो यहाँ ब्लैंक है, राइट. सो वेन एवर you'll get a blank a, it will validate, and whenever you'll get a not blank, that means filled a, it will not validate, right. So far any question regarding
ए हुआ
this?
क्या? ईमेल को ए बोल रहे क्या? ईमेल ए और
नहीं,
फिर बी?
हमने जो लास्ट नहीं, हमने जो लास्ट में वैलिडेशन रूल क्रिएट किया था
जी,
दिस इज वैलिडेशन रूल. वैलिडेशन रूल में ये क्रिएट किया था, अगर यहाँ जो ईमेल फील्ड और फीस फील्ड है चाइल्ड ऑब्जेक्ट पर, ये ईमेल फील्ड है, ठीक, और ये फीस फील्ड है, ठीक. तो फर्स्ट वाले ऑप्शन में हम ये चाहते हैं कि हमारा ईमेल फील्ड और फीस फील्ड, राइट, अगर ईमेल फील्ड और फीस फील्ड हमारा दोनों फील्ड हो,
भरा हुआ,
हाँ, फील्ड मैंने भरा हुआ, तो फर्स्ट वाले ऑप्शन में ये, अगर दोनों ब्लैंक होगा, दोनों खाली रह जाएगा, तो आपको एक मैसेज आएगा, मैसेज जो आपने उसमें डिस्क्रिप्शन में आपने मैसेज में जो रख रखा है, राइट, वो मैसेज आपको आएगा. वेन एवर वी क्रिएट अ वैलिडेशन रूल, हैव यू क्रिएटेड वैलिडेशन रूल?
क्यों दिए हुए?
क्या हेडिंग?
हाँ, एक्सेल में.
टू मेक इट अंडरस्टैंड. यस, कहाँ आपको समझ नहीं आ रहा? ए फील्ड दैट मीन्स ये, यहाँ भी चलो ए लिख देते हैं, बी ये हो गया. सो इज इट क्लियर?
Yes.
A field that means email field, right, and B field that means fees field.
Not
Okay.
A मतलब?
Not A means not blank, not blank, not filled, not filled, right. इसीलिए यहाँ पर लिख दिया गया है not blank that means it is filled, not blank that means it is filled, not filled that means it is blank, not filled that means it is blank. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay. तो हम यहाँ जो नॉट का बना रहे थे, राइट, तो उसमें ये उसका एक्सप्रेशन है. सो whenever we use alphabetical field, we need is blank functionality, right, and whenever we use a number field, we or any currency field, we have to use is null functionality, right.